said, that I'm cheating. I should get up. Oh, so this is what you do. I said, sir. Hey, good. If not, I have really suffered in this life. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing well. If you're doing great. So let me get right into it. I saw this story on The Guardian, on their website, and I was so happy I came across it. It triggered a story time for this channel. Let me just read the headline. It says, Teacher Alabi Olufemi was sentenced to 15 years in prison for an 8-year-old girl in 1999. He was her teacher and neighbor at the time. And when I saw this story, I was so happy. I said, kudos to the parents, kudos to them. They kept pursuing this case until they got justice for their daughter. Kudos to the parents. Now, I cannot and I will never understand people who your child will tell you that, Uncle so did this to me, or Auntie so did that to me. And you say, shh, don't say that. In this family, you don't do that. Let me tell you, the next time you see him, when he comes, you greet him. When you see her, when she comes, you dobale, you greet. That is how we were raised in this family. How can you say that about your elder? Your elder cannot lie. This girl, this boy, you are a liar. Instead of you to investigate and find out if the boy or the girl or the child is lying, you just jump to conclusions that this child is lying. Let me tell you my own story. So, growing up, when we were really, really young, we were maybe like 8. I'm not even sure we were up to 8. My mom is a nurse. At the time, she was practicing, but she's no longer practicing. My mother took the time to educate my sister and I when it comes to sexual education. Everything we needed to know and did not need to know at the time, my mother taught us. She made sure. Now, at the time, I thought, this man is doing too much, I beg. Like, well, this. But now that I'm older, I said maybe at that time, people used to bring in their children, or there were cases of, molestation of little children. And she did not want that to be her children. So she educated us. She educated us properly and told us, they can't touch you. They touch you here, you shout, you scream, you run. There was no stay there. It was shout, scream, and run. Run till you get to safety. When I come home, you tell me where they touched you. You tell me what they did. Thank God my mother did that. So fast forward to SS3. This was, yes, SS3. There was this teacher. His name is Mr. Whiskey. I cannot remember his surname, but we used to call him Mr. Whiskey. So he was teaching either literature or history. One of those subjects I wasn't offering. I was in art class. So it was his period and he came into class. I was busy doing past questions, WAEC past questions at the time. If you know, when we're preparing for WAEC, we're always doing WAEC past questions, always preparing for WAEC because that was the thing. So he came into the class. I didn't really pay. As I just looked up, I saw he was the one. I said, it's not my class, so let me use this period to do something else. So all of a sudden, this man comes behind me and puts his hands around, my chair like this. And I turn and his mouth is all very close to my ear, telling me rubbish. The only thing I'm going to say out of all the nonsense he said, the last thing he said that triggered me, I was like, he said, you're my friend. I said, sir, before he finished the next thing, I said, sir, I'm not your friend. We're not friends. We're not friends. I said, sir, please move. And he kept saying, stop saying that now. Stop that. You know that. And he kept saying, stop saying that now. You know that we are friends. You know that we are friends. And I said, sir, please, you are making me uncomfortable. Please shift. Please shift from my chair. So he stood, at this point, he was now angry. He stood up and said I should get out of his class. You're not finished. Get out. Get out. Stupid girl. You're a nuisance. And he was whatever, all the things. I just packed my book and I left the class. And I thought that was the end of that. That was it. Fast forward to our first CAT, Continuous Assessment Test. During our time, there is time allotted for each paper. Sometimes there's no time allotted to each paper. You can write 6 papers or 7 papers in 1 hour or in 2 hours, however it is designed. So, but during our time, after one paper, you could quickly read or revise for the next paper. So I finished the first paper early, so I quickly went to my bag to pick my notes, and I was revising for the next paper. So while I was just quickly flipping and just going through, doing my revision and going through my notes, this man just came to my desk and said, that I'm cheating. I should get up. Oh, so this is what you do. I said, sir. Hey, God. If now you have really suffered in this life. I said, sir, cheating. He said, there's no script. I submitted my, shut up. And you know, during our time, elders could not lie you. No. Elders don't lie. During our time, you can't tell an elder that an elder is lying. You can't tell your parents that an elder is lying. It's not possible. Gen Z people don't even know. God has saved people. During our time, if an elder says it is black, even though all of us can see that it is clearly white, everybody will say it's true. It is black. So he told me to shut up. I should get up. That I'm cheating. I said, sir, I just wanted. Even the other teacher was trying to tell him that she's revising. He said, shut up. And he knows what he saw. He was shouting. I should get up. I said, sir, I'm not cheating. So my sister chimed in and said, no, sir, that usually, after that, we just revise. After, say, shut. Oh, you're trying to defend her. Okay, you two. Both of you stand up and get out of my class. Yeah. So we stood up. We left the class. He said we should kneel down. So we knelt down at the corridor in front of our class. So the other teacher came out and said, we should just come in. We should apologize to him. And then we can go into the class. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I said apologizing to him means that I cheated. The one that even pained me is the fact that he said I cheated. That is the one that pained me. So I said, sir, if I apologize, it means that I cheated. And it means that it means that I cheated. And it means that I have accepted that what he said is true. So say, I'm not apologizing. Whatever will come of this, whatever is going to happen, I'm ready for the consequence. But I'm not apologizing, and I'm not going to apologize to him. So in this life, whatever you are doing, have a good name, have integrity. Let people be the ones to fight your battle. So the vice principal passed and said, hey, what are you doing here? I told her what happened. And she said, no. I know now that cheating. No. It's not something people do. She went in, talked to him, and he was like, no, they cheated, they did this, they did that. Several teachers that knew us came, talked to him, but he was still insistent that we cheated. So eventually, the matter went to the principal. The principal called us, and I said the same thing. The principal sent us to the administrator, and the principal said, if we don't say the truth, we'll be expelled. At this point, I weighed my options. I said, I'm already in SS3. I already have a good record. If they expel me at this point, it won't change anything. I was already registered for WAEC. So even if they expelled me, I will still come write my WAEC and I'll still be fine. So whatever they want to do, they should do. I was not guilty, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that, oh, I'm guilty just so that I can escape small hardship. I was ready to follow this thing to the end. So we got to the administrator. I got there. The teacher told her, Mr. Whiskey, told her that this is what I did. She didn't even ask me, is it true? Okay, what happened? She just slapped me. Bah! I said, oh, so this is what you do. I said, no, ma, let me tell you what. Pa! Another slap. I said, hey. So anyway, the man he stood there and was smiling as the administrator was slapping me. And I just looked at him and I was like, if you think you are wrong, you are on a long thing. This one, you will not win it. So she said that in fact, that I should write a statement saying that I cheated. And before she finished, I said, I'm sorry, ma, I'm not doing that. She said, oh, I'm even talking about, I said, yes, ma. Since she will not listen to, at this point, I was like, anything that wants to happen should happen. They've already said I cheated. Anything that wants to, at this point, I was ready, everybody will collect. So they said, I should write a statement saying that I cheated and I was caught. I said, I'm not writing that. I did not cheat. I was not caught cheating. You can call any of my classmates and they can stand, they can say the truth, they will say what happened. Of course, you see, evil people know evil people. The demons in them have a way of finding each other. The demons in them have a way of, gathering themselves into little covens wherever they are found. This woman, I don't know why she was protecting this teacher. I don't know what her reason was. But every time I said, call a student, call another teacher, she refused to call another student. She refused to call another teacher. She was just dealing with Mr. Whiskey. Mr. Whiskey was speaking to her in her language. So she was nodding her head and saying, yes, that's how these children are. They were sharp talking. After that, he said, I should come with the parents the next day. He said, okay, I came home, told my mom what happened, and my mom came to school the next day, and my mom asked me what happened, and I told her this is why this man is doing this, that he tried to do so, and I pushed him away. My mother said, okay. So I wrote a statement exactly what happened from before to the particular day, to the day of the test. I wrote everything. I brought the statement with my mom, and I gave it to the administrator. She read it and she said, "Oh, but I'm stubborn because I'm still lying against my teacher." I said, "Ma, it's not a lie. That it happened. That it happened. That this is what happened. This is what he did. This is what happened." And when she saw that she could not break me, she said I should go back to my class, and that was how that matter ended. 2 or 3 months later, another student, a junior student. You see, when the Lord wants to vindicate, we used to think that God is to take time, but when He wants to vindicate, they come with trumpets. They come with parara. 3 months later, a junior student went to report him for attempting to molest her. Immediately, the junior student, you know the way junior students are. The senior students were a bit laid back, but junior students, they used to run all their legs. Auntie. That's how she ran to the administrative, the VP's office. Auntie, reported into teacher, reported into VP before going to the administrator's office. So everybody knew before she got to the administrator's office. Thank God. Immediately they heard that story, they sacked him. Now, if my mother had not given me that education about sex and all of that, this guy would have groomed me, because that's what abusers do. They will groom the child. This man would have groomed me. After grooming me, then he would have taken God for my mother. Imagine what would have happened to me. So parents, mothers, fathers, when your child comes to you and says, so person has abused me, so person has done this to me, investigate. Don't just shush the child and say you are a liar. In this family, such things, you don't say such things. This person is a seasoned doctor. He's a seasoned this. He's a seasoned that. I don't care the person's pedigree. People are wicked. You don't just trust your children. Don't just trust your children with people. As the teacher in school, as the neighbor, as the catechism teacher, as the Sunday school teacher. Please, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell as you do. If you have a story, if you have any experience with abuse, or you have come close to being abused, sexually abused, please share your stories with me in the comment section. Till next time, bye.